Cellular providers say 5G is the next step in cell phone related technology, but with the issues it's causing, many wonder what exactly it is and if the upgrade is worth all the hassle. Tony Black has more.
So the expansion of 5G means more and more people can do more and more things.
5G, or the fifth generation of wireless technology, is growing in the country, including here in New York. Many providers like Verizon entered the second wave of 5G expansion Wednesday. Verizon communication manager Andy Choi says more than 90 million people now have access to it.
5G that we've been talking about in terms of millimeter wave and the power that we've seen in downtown city centers, stadiums, public places, large metropolitan areas. Well, that power now is expanding to areas like the suburbs or areas in rural communities.
5G versus 4G, what's the difference? Choi says it's 10 times faster and there's less lag time. So if you're playing video games online, surfing the web, or making calls, the wireless technology will be stronger. He compares it to expanding a one-lane road.
Well, now you're going at a faster speed and you're pushing more and more traffic back and forth.
One pushback to the launch of 5G has been from the FAA and airlines. The reason is because it uses frequencies similar to equipment airplanes need to land in things like rain or snow. If you're within a 3-mile radius of one of the impacted airports, including Hancock International, the 5G signal has been reduced. Choi says your wireless device will operate the same as if it was on 4G.
The FAA and our nation's airlines have not been able to fully resolve navigating 5G around airports.
The Verizon manager says that the 5G rollout has been successful in more than 40 other countries and questions why it hasn't been as smooth of a process here in the United States. The FAA shared information with us today comparing France to the United States, and one of the differences was those antennas in France are tilted downward to limit harmful interference. The Syracuse Hancock International Airport told us yesterday that they were monitoring the ever-changing guidance, and today they were given the okay to resume those low visibility operations.
With a big football weekend ahead of us, many will be placing bets on their favorite teams, and now they can do it from anywhere. It's the second full week mobile sports betting has been live in our state, and it's already having big impact. CBS 5's Samantha Croston is with the Live Eye in Syracuse right now.
Well, I'm live outside the Saltine Warrior, where you can basically make bets all weekend, any place, anytime, as long as you have one of these. And the mobile betting sites that I spoke with, they say the reason why things have been going so well is because of that accessibility factor, being able to place bets anywhere you want and anytime you'd like. But others are concerned about gambling as it relates to addiction. Richard Schwartz is the CEO of Rush Street Interactive, a company that oversees BetRivers.com. He says that the launch of mobile sports betting in New York was perfectly timed, especially with upstate New York's favorite football team chasing a championship. Last weekend, Rivers.com gave the Buffalo game a boost promotion, increasing the payout for those who picked the Bills.
And of course, the Bills won, so we ended up paying out over $500,000. And so what are we going to do this week? We decided to do the same thing, give players another chance, bettors another chance to bet on the Bills. So that's the kind of fun thing we do that gives players a chance to bet for their hometown teams.
Outside of promoting local events, Rivers.com also allows bettors to place bets during games, which accounts for 50% of their total sales.
The dynamic technology that Bet Rivers offers today allows people to bet during the game, during the whistle. So you're creating an extra level of engagement, because now when you're betting, every minute we're updating the odds. So you're constantly getting new odds, new opportunities to bet.
Elizabeth Toomey, a representative for the Central Problem Gambling Resource Center, is concerned about the increased accessibility of gambling, mentioning classrooms and workplaces as spaces where people could now potentially gamble.
Look at it this way. I could be sitting here talking to you with my mobile device and my phone betting as we're talking.
And the ads are everywhere, tempting you to gamble at any time. Toomey says males between the ages of 18 and 45 are one of the most at-risk groups, which she says could lead to trouble with relationships and finances.
And it can get to the point, and research shows, to suicide also for some people, because they get so deep down into the addiction.
And of the revenue made from mobile sports betting in New York, 51% of that money is funneled right back into the state, and less than 1% is geared towards preventative measures and treatment. And some say that is just not enough. Live in Syracuse, I'm Samantha Crossan.
You just know that some people will struggle big time with this. Sam, thank you.
$224 million of the governor's new budget plan would fund law enforcement and community-based gun violence initiatives.
A large portion of that will expand street outreach programs. Tony Black is live in studio tonight with what that money can do here in Syracuse. Tony?
Yeah, man, Megan, millions of dollars can go a long way to help stop gun violence across the state, including in Syracuse. And today, I talked with two advocates about how to turn money into change to help prevent youth crime in the city.
We need them to allocate the money so that we could take the program to the next level.
People like Clifford Ryan with OGs Against Violence say they can use any new money that comes from the state to better Syracuse. He says he's personally stopped thousands of violent incidents in the city through his outreach. He says OGs Against Violence is the perfect organization to receive funding.
I can take the program to the next level, which would include bringing more individuals in, to help do the work.
Curtis Chaplin is also working to prevent crime in the city through his boxing gym.
My goal is to try to create an avenue for the youth so that they can have something to do that can deter them from the streets.
A bigger budget would help Chaplin buy more gloves and hold more events and activities to engage young people. Ryan can bring more people on board to spread his work throughout the city.
Imagine what a full team on the streets can do.
While Chaplin is appreciative this money will be available, it does come with some skepticism.
The only reason why the youth are where they are is because the lack of programs and the lack of funding.
Each group and organization can do their part to help curb violence. Receiving money can help them all work together to get more done.
Group organizations working together is a key component to the success of the city being able to reduce the gun violence.
The importance of growing anti-violence outreach organizations, they say, is crucial.
If they fall or if they close their doors, a lot of these kids are now spilling back into the communities.
Chaplin says while funding would be great, there's also actions parents can take at home to curb the violence, like joining programs like his.